A hunting trip turns into a nightmare when a massive lion charges out of nowhere. A young boy named Sergei pushes his little brother behind him, knowing one shot won't stop a beast this size. Instead of firing, Sergei lowers his weapon. For a moment, the lion's rage seems to fade. Then, a gunshot rings out. Sergei's father, Nikolai, has fired, and the plan backfires. The wounded lion turns on Sergei, dragging him away in its jaws. Nikolai fires again and again, but it's too late. His son is gone. But something strange happens. The lion's blood mixes with Sergei's wound, and in that instant, the animal simply lets him go and walks off. Sergei survives, but his father feels no relief, only disappointment. Nikolai is a powerful crime boss who despises weakness, and he wants his son hardened, not humbled. Years of cruelty follow. Sergei's mother, worn down by abuse, has already taken her own life. When Sergei sees the lion's body stuffed and mounted as a trophy, something inside him breaks. He vows never to become his father. Taking a strange keepsake card with him, he runs away into the night and discovers he can survive a fall that should have killed him. Sergei travels to his mother's homeland, a vast wilderness in the Russian Far East. There, nature itself seems to protect him. A stampede of buffalo comes charging straight at him. He braces for the end, but the herd splits around him and its leader shields him with its own body. That's when Sergei realizes the truth. He can sense and communicate with animals, and his body now moves with impossible strength and speed. He can outrun a cheetah, throw a spear over 100 meters, and hear the smallest sounds in the forest. But gunfire breaks the peace. Poachers have slaughtered a herd of buffalo nearby, and when they threaten him, Sergei's fury finally boils over. He fights back with brutal animal instinct. Standing over the fallen animals, he makes a silent promise. He will spend his life protecting creatures like these from men like this. 16 years pass. Sergei has become Kraven, a feared assassin who hunts only the worst of the worst. Once your name is on his list, there's no escape. To reach his next target, Kraven poses as a prisoner and gets thrown into a cell with a dangerous cellmate. To avoid trouble, he makes a strange bet. If he isn't free within 3 days, his cellmate can do as he pleases. The next day, 2 thugs working for a prison boss named Semyon try to intimidate him. Kraven lifts them both off the ground with ease before guards intervene. Brought before Semyon himself, Kraven strikes without warning, taking down his bodyguards and confronting the man directly. Alarms blare as Kraven scales the walls and tears his way out, escaping the prison in under a minute. Outside, a blizzard swallows him whole. Lost and disoriented, he senses a wolf nearby, and using his strange connection to animals, the wolf leads him safely back to his extraction team. Kraven erases all evidence of his identity, leaving behind only a body mistaken for his own. His targets never even see him coming. Returning to the grasslands, Kraven finds poachers once again killing buffalo. He waits, then strikes, taking them down one by one and tracking their leader all the way back to his boss. His trail leads him to a woman named Calypso, and the moment he shows her his old keepsake card, she realizes who he really is. Years ago, when Calypso found the wounded boy, the lion itself seemed to plead for his life. She used the elixir to save him and left him the card before disappearing. Doctors had given up on him that night until Sergei suddenly woke, seemingly back from the dead. Kraven has spent 16 years searching for the woman who saved him. Now reunited, Kraven tells Calypso he's already avenged her murdered mentor. The killer was Semyon, the same man he took down in prison. She's grateful, but troubled by his methods. Semyon's death reaches a low-level enforcer named Rhino, a man secretly hiding a monstrous secret. When he removes a hose connected to his body, his skin turns bulletproof and his strength becomes overwhelming.
Rhino recruits Semyon's former lieutenant and forces a meeting with Kraven's father, Nikolai. The meeting turns into an ambush, but Nikolai survives, disappointed that his younger son Dmitri hid in fear instead of fighting. Rhino later learns that the legendary hunter stalking his men is actually Nikolai's own son. Realizing a reunion between father and son could be catastrophic for him, he sends a hypnotic assassin known as the Foreigner to deal with the threat. Unaware of the danger closing in, Kraven sneaks into the city to see Dmitri on his birthday. The two brothers reconnect, and Kraven urges Dmitri to stay away from their father's world. The celebration is cut short by Nikolai's arrival. That night, Kraven finds Dmitri's room ransacked and his brother gone, with only blood left behind. Kraven chases the kidnappers through the city, ramming their car, leaping onto a fleeing helicopter, and getting dragged for miles before finally losing his brother's trail. Nikolai refuses to pay the ransom, choosing his reputation over his son. Furious and alone, Kraven vows to save Dmitri himself. With Calypso's help, he locates the kidnappers' cliffside hideout and infiltrates it alone, taking down guards in near silence, until a rocket blast sends him tumbling off the cliff. Buried in rubble but alive, Kraven is ambushed by the Foreigner, who traps him in a poison-induced nightmare. Just as death closes in, Calypso arrives and saves him with the last of her family's elixir. Meanwhile, Rhino reveals his own tragic past to Dmitri. Twisted by experiments, hated by everyone, but respected for his power. He offers Dmitri the same transformation. Kraven catches up to Rhino during another buffalo stampede. Their battle is brutal. Kraven is overpowered again and again, but he finds Rhino's one weakness and finally brings him down. Confronting his father, Kraven learns the truth. Nikolai secretly leaked information to Rhino, hoping his own son would be killed. Moments later, an unloaded rifle leaves Nikolai defenseless as a bear attacks. A year later, Kraven returns for his brother's birthday, only to find Dmitri has taken full control of their father's empire. The truth hits him hard. Dmitri secretly volunteered for the same experiments as Rhino long ago. The brother Kraven once tried to protect was never innocent at all. He was pulling the strings the entire time, and this is only the beginning.